Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Miracle, and I was thinking, so I don't think anybody knows this, but I live in Germany, and yeah, so I've been living here for 15 years now. And I was like, okay, good. I could tell you guys the pros and cons of living in Germany since I've been here for like 15 years. So that's what I'm going to do. I wrote a couple of things down, and I'm just gonna start. So for the first big pro for living in Germany is like the education system is like for free, basically for free. Like kindergarten is for free, school is for free. Of course, you have private schools as well, but you don't have to, because like normal public school is not, you can't compare it with the ones that were like in Nigeria, because in Nigeria I was in private school, so I'm originally from Nigeria, but now I have like both. I'm Nigerian and German. So back like in Nigeria, there was like a big difference if you go to private school and if you go to like a public school. But here, for the most part, almost everybody is in private school, is in public school, because it's just like a public school. Like there's no aggression there. It's like it's cool, okay? So that's also for free. You don't pay anything. And then studying. So studying is also for free, if you ask me. Not everybody will say this, but I know like if you compare it to like other countries like America, I know it's so expensive to study there. In Germany it's not, if you ask me, because I pay for a semester that's like 6 months or 5 months, but like basically 6 months. I paid 300 or something euros, which is really cheap, guys, believe me. Like I know in other countries like in London they pay like way more, or England, not London. In England they pay way more. So yeah, and with that money you're paying, like with that 300 something euros, I live in NRV. So NRV is basically like lots of couples of big cities close to each other, and in this 300 something euros I have a ticket I can use to travel through NRV. And normally to buy that kind of ticket it costs thousands of euros, I think, in a month, because only for like in a month, not in the 6 months. Now you have to like work me here, because sometimes I can't explain myself. Yeah, so like I get a ticket to travel the whole of NRV, and believe me, it's big, okay? But normally I think if you like buy a ticket just for Essen, so I live in Essen, if you buy a ticket just for Essen, you'll be paying like, and if the ticket starts by 9 a.m. So they have the ones that starts like there is no time limit, and then they have the ones that's like from Monday to Friday. You can take the bus or train from 9 a.m. and then till a specific time, and then maybe on the weekends you can travel the way you want to in Essen only, you know? Yeah. And if you want to go to the next city, you have to pay more money to get another extra ticket. I think the one for like the 9 a.m. something above 100 euros for a month. So even having that ticket that's limited to just one city, yeah, is even more expensive. So like not only is it free like to study, but you also like get free transportation added to it, because excuse me, because for that 300 something euros you can travel like the whole of the cities, like all the cities, and you study, and you can study as well. So if you ask me, that's like a big plus. Yeah, so those are like one of the big pros that I think Germany has done a good job on. And yeah, so I've done one pro. I think I'll go to one country now. People say it's boring. People say Germany is boring, but I don't think Germany is boring. I think it's only as boring as people you know. I have good friends, and so I have good friends, and it's never boring with my friends. So, and of course I live in NRV, and NRV is a big city, and I have the opportunity to go to Düsseldorf, Cologne, Dortmund, Münster, you know, just all the nice cities I want to go to. I can go to Aachen, but well, not everything's boring because we're in lockdown. I think it's boring almost everywhere. But yeah, so Germany is not boring, guys. We have some good clubs here. We have good clubs in Cologne. We have great clubs in Düsseldorf. If you go to Hamburg is Hamburg is my favorite city, but Hamburg is not in NRV, so that doesn't count. And yeah, so Germany is not boring, just as boring. Like, of course, if you come to this country now and you don't know anybody, you'll be like, oh god, this place is boring. But of course, because you don't know anybody, you can also be living in one of the biggest cities and most exciting cities. And like, you could be living in London, because I love London, and it could be boring for you because you just don't know anybody. So I think people that say it's boring just don't know where to go to, or just don't have enough friends to make it not boring. Or they can be alone, because if you can't be alone, life is going to be hella boring for you, my friend. So back to the positive side. So that was actually, I think, a positive thing. I don't know. Okay, I've already covered that. Oh, so Germany is the Sozialstaat. I don't know how to say that in English. So I'll try to explain, because I'm bilingual and sometimes I just forget the words in the other. I'm bilingual, so sometimes I forget the words in English, or I forget some words in German. So yeah, so to me I can't actually, whatever. Let's just go. So Germany is a Sozialstaat. That means that Germany likes to help its citizens. Yeah. So let's say if you're what's up? Message. So let's say if you're like if you lose your job, so you have an opportunity to like go to the Arbeitsamt, that I think job center, and then you can apply for like, I think that you actually get for the first couple of months. I've not done my research, but I know this for a fact. I don't know how long. If you have the jobs, and you can get like, I think 70% of what you were getting for a couple of months. So that's actually not bad. So if you have a high paying job and you lose your job, you can get 70% of that high paying job for a couple of months while you try to get back on your feet. So that's a good thing. And then if you don't find it, and then you go to Arbeitslosengeld 1 or 2, I'm not sure. No, I think, wait a second, Arbeitslosengeld 1 is the one you get when you lose a job, I think, and Arbeitslosengeld 2 is the one you get when Arbeitslosengeld 2 is the one you get after this couple of months, or if you haven't worked. So it's not much. So I could never live off that money. I've never gotten Arbeitslosengeld before, because I prefer to work, and because I'm a freelancer, and because I don't know, I've not been in the situation yet, but I hope I never be, because for me, I couldn't. Yeah, so Arbeitslosengeld 2, I think they pay your rent, and of course your water and lights, health care, of course. That's the point I'm going to get to. And I think you get some couple of €100 in a month. I think you get like up to 400 euros then for a month. For me, that's like nothing. I would do nothing for me. So that's Arbeitslosengeld 2. But most people that don't have such high living standards, they don't like to live expensive like me. Like, I am ordering Amazon packages to come in almost on a daily, and I'm not proud of that, okay? Yeah, so if you're not like that, I think you're good to go. I think it'll be enough for you, but no, it won't be enough for me. So, but still is a positive thing. Like, if you lose your job, you get opportunities, you get like 70% pay or 80%, I'm not sure. That's good. Like, you won't find that in loads of countries. So good job, Germany. And that's one of the bad cons. Oh, the bureaucracy. Hi. The bureaucracy in Germany is crazy. Like, if you want to start a company or something, the system make it so hard for you that you just actually be thinking of getting that jobless money, you know, the Arbeitslosengeld 2. If like, the way Germany is built, you need this document to do this and this document to do that. But if you don't have this document, you can't get that one. But if you don't have that document, you can't get this one. That's how it is. It's just like this. The bureaucracy in Germany takes like forever. Yeah, and that's something I don't think anybody likes that here. Yeah, but I think for all the, like, for me, there's more pros than cons. So for all of that, I'm like, okay, I can deal with it. You just have to be patient and just do your research and just know where to go. And But believe me, the bureaucracy in Germany is horrible. It's like it takes forever, and it actually demotivates you to, if you want to do something that could really knock you right off, because off the back you'll be like, wow, I don't have the strength. So if you can push through that, you can conquer anything. Anything, believe me. At least get my back. And now back to the pros. Yeah, you have easy access to other European countries. So I'm not good at geography, but I know I live in NRV and Holland is not far away from me. So in summer, I like to go with my friends, just chill, we go to the beach, and yeah, that's a good thing. If you're up north, no, I'm not even going to start with geography. So if you live near Munich, I guess you can just drive to Italy, which is cool. I've never done that. Have I? No, I've never done it, but it's cool to like, from there you can go straight to me. From there you can go straight to Italy, and it's really, and the flights are not long. So if I travel to London, it's like, I'm just using London because I've done that before and I flew from here. It's just like an hour, so an hour flight, which is really cheap. You can fly with Ryanair or EasyJet or whatever you wish to fly with. You can go to Turkey. I think from here Turkey is like 3 hours, and that's okay. From here you can also go to Morocco, which is also not far. So you have easy access not only to European countries, but also to other beautiful countries that are not far away. So big plus. Yeah. And back to the cons. Germany, back to you. God, guys, the tax here is like crazy. Like, let's say you start a job, yeah? Sorry, you're going to be hearing yeah a lot because it's just in my system now. So if you start a job, let's say you're getting 3,000 euros in a month, and if you're like single, you don't have kids, you can just minus 40% of that 3,000 is what you're not going to be seeing in your bank account. So that's that. Yeah. And if you're actually a freelancer, tax is just crazy in Germany. I mean, we have a Mehrwertsteuer, we have VAT, VAT, like if you go to get goods, stuff like that, it's 19%. If you ask me, I think that's high. I don't like it. During COVID last year, during I think July to December, they brought it down to 16%. For me, that would have still been okay. I could live with that, but 19% is pushing it. In Holland, in the Netherlands, it's actually more. They pay 21%. So, hi girl, that's really expensive. Yeah, and I'm furious because that's money that's in my account that I don't see. Well, I think it goes to, to my studying bills. So I'm not complaining anymore. I'm gonna take that back what I just said. So yeah. Healthcare is another plus. Guys, healthcare is free in Germany. So if you're not working, you're covered, and I think that's a good thing. You're covered like for everything, like for operations if you need one, just to go see doctors, so you don't have to worry about healthcare. But if of course if you're like a freelancer, or yeah, you have to pay that for yourself, or if you're working, gets deducted from your salary, which I think is normal, and which I think is not bad, because of course, why should they be paying for your healthcare when you have a job to pay for your own healthcare? You should go to people that are not being able to pay for their healthcare at the point, so yeah. So, but if you don't have a job, if you're jobless sounds so bad. So if you don't have a job or anything, you're going to be covered when it comes to healthcare. A big plus. Public transportation is a pro and a con because public transportation for people that are not students are really expensive in Germany, and that's like the bad part of public transportation, because it's really expensive. But on a plus side, public transportation in NRV, I can only speak for NRV or for Hamburg or Berlin or Munich. Those are places I've been. Where else? I've been to loads of places here. Like, it's good. It's really good. Like, I don't have a car because I live in the city. I prefer to live in the city because I don't have a car. So I sometimes I contemplate on getting a car because of some of my jobs, and most of the connections like early in the morning might not be as good as later in the morning, you know, but I can live with that. Apart from that, public transportation in Germany is top notch. Except if you live in the villages. If you live in a village, like a small city, really small town, yeah, that might get hard, might be complicated. But big city, no problem out here. Next one, to the con side. Can't even read what I wrote. I'm just gonna go to the next con, okay? Cost of transportation, yeah, I covered that already. Yeah, the next other con is internet. So I've like vergleicht. Oh my god, man, I can't speak English anymore. What's been a vergleich? Am I kidding myself? Vergleich is compared. Oh god, I've compared. So I've compared internet prices of the cost of living, not only the internet price. The cost of living in Germany is expensive, okay, because of course because of our tax. But if you compare it, the cost of living can really be expensive in Germany. But food stuff like food is cheap in Germany, you know, at the groceries, and so it's cheap. But like internet is so expensive here. I don't know why it's so expensive in Germany. Like in other countries it's not that expensive, but in Germany internet was not accessible to everybody. Because I remember back then it was so expensive, even when it was cheaper in other countries. Like I remember when I went to America 2015, I was like, oh my god, internet was so cheap there. In Germany I didn't even have that. I only need to use my VLAN, my Wi-Fi, my VLAN. I use my Wi-Fi at home because I was like, oh my god, no. Yeah, so but now it's cheaper, of course. I can afford it, of course, no big deal. But still, other countries have gotten even way cheaper, and Germany is still like on the higher ends of the internet. And internet is actually shouldn't be that expensive. So I don't have any more cons here, so I'm just gonna go to pros. Okay, and at this point you can subscribe because yeah, because you made it this far, so you can click that subscribe button and like this channel. I mean, like this video. You can see I'm still getting used to all the, you know, the phrases that the YouTubers say. Yeah, so like, comment, and subscribe. And now let's go back to the pro side, because I only have pros on my list. If there's anything I forgot, feel free to just leave it down in the comment section, and let me continue with my little list here. So it's easy to get a job, guys. It's really easy to get a job. Of course, it might not be a job that you would normally get due to your qualifications, but if you want to work, you can work. So me, I'm a hustler, okay? And okay, I used to work as a messe hostess. That's like, you know, at this exhibitions. I used to be one of the girls that was, hello, welcome to us town, can I get a cup of coffee? Or yeah, I used to be one of those girls. Sometimes you have to be wearing heels. I know, I loved my job, okay? And I also work as a promoter for Toyota. We always go on tour. It was so cool. I had like just like loads of expeditions for cars. I worked for Toyo Tires in Wien. What's Wien? No, it wasn't Wien, but it was in Austria. It was in Austria, but I don't know the city. But it wasn't in the capital, so yes, like that. Is Wien the capital? I think it is. If it's not, correct me in the comments section. Making a fool of myself over here. Okay. Yeah, so it was such a nice job to do. I used to work at Douglas. Douglas is, you can compare it with Sephora. I used to work, but no, I was not like working for Douglas. I was being booked by the company, like Dior will book me to represent their product, like book me through an agency, or you know. But I wasn't only working for Dior, like for loads of other nice companies. But yeah, due to COVID, of course, all the shops closed, and it's not expensive if you ask me. But I think I spend more money than the average person would. I'm working on that as well because I'm trying to save up. Yeah, so now I'm like really busy again because I'm not doing the things I prefer to do. But if you want to work, you'll find the work. And I'm trying to put my bachelor's degree. If you didn't know, I have a bachelor's degree, working on my master's degree. But I'm trying to put that into work now because I'm just figuring out like hustling is good, but I always want to like be more stable at this point in time. I'm ready for that. Yeah. But I think if I also use my bachelor's degree to get like a real full-time job, I'll still be hustling on the weekends and after work hours because I need to get some bags. So yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, so in Germany there's this thing called Bafög, and Bafög really saved me when I always have so much thoughts in my head. I have to learn to like finish my sentence before the others thought want to like shoot in. So when I was like doing my bachelor's degree, of course, I moved out of my house. I left my parents' house when I was 17, so I've been really like independent for a long time. So with studying, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to be the girl to go to mom and start asking, because like it just wasn't in, I'm a big girl. And thank God there's something, I'm in good terms with my mom, so we love each other. There's no bad feelings there. But if you're a big girl, you're a big girl. You can't grow up and then grow up. I know if I asked my mom for stuff, she would give me without thinking twice. So yeah, but when you're studying, you don't really have that much time to work, because either you neglect your studies and make coins, or you neglect your coins and study hard. So there's this thing called Bafög. I think if your parents earns to what kind of amount, I don't know how it goes, then you get this money in a month. And the good thing about Bafög is it's a credit that is a credit without interest, So I think back then I was getting 600 something euros in a month, which is actually okay for a student, because I was working as a barkeeper on the weekends, to just fill up to get more money. And so that was good for, it's like not to work on the weekdays when I was still a real good student, and to just study on the weekdays and try to, pass my papers. And yeah, so I got like 600 something a month, and of course I was paying my rent. My rent was around 400 euros. So that would just leave me with like 200 something euros. So that's not going to be enough for anybody. So I think getting Bafög, you might still have to work, or there's some people that used to live in shared apartments, which I did later on. But at the beginning, I wasn't living in a shared apartment, so I had the 400 euros rent that I had to pay, and that, believe me, guys, that helps a lot, because for Bafög, the interest there's never interest on that money, and which is a good thing in this situation, because of inflation. Oh my god, inflation. Oh my god, my English has gotten so bad, guys. So inflation, because of inflation, when money loses its worth. So, and I don't have to pay the money until when I have like a real full-time job. And the good thing about this is the money that you have to pay back never exceeds 10,000 euros. I know it sounds so much, but guys, if you think about it, that 10,000 euros is already, let's say you get 600 euros in a month. In a month and a half, you're already up to 1,000 euros. So that's it. I need to make calculations. I did calculations. So I think in a course of 16 months, you've already reached that 10,000 euros mark. So any money that comes on top of that money is like gifted to you. And most people study for like 3 years. So let's say if the first 16 months, you have to only pay like, after the first 16 months, you've gotten to that point. And the thing is, if you only get Bafög for like a year, you're like, okay, good, I don't want to get Bafög anymore. you don't pay the full, if you don't pay like the full money back, you only pay half of the money. So I think it's a really good thing to do if you like want to focus on your studies. But I just don't know if they give it to people that are not citizens. I don't know. I'm just speaking from a citizen point of view. Yeah, but I think there are other things you can do, like there's a kind of credit you can get for students that the interest is not that hard, it's not that high. Yeah, so Bafög really helped me, really helped my younger brother, and Bafög is really helping lots of students out there, you know, just to have more time to study. And yeah, it's a big plus. Good job, Germany, good job. Oh, we have loads of public holidays in Germany. I think we have Germany has 16 public holidays. 16, guys. So what lots of my friends do is, I know lots of people do is, no, they combine the holidays with the holidays, so they have longer holidays. You know what I mean? So let's say if Friday is a public holiday, so they say good, they take Friday and then they have like a long week, and then they take Monday off as well, so you can like take a full trip because you have Friday. Normally they'll travel like Thursday evening, so you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days to go visit another country in Europe. So good thing, right? I know. No. I think another good thing in Germany, or at least in NRV, is stop shaking. Another good thing in NRV is like the most of the people understand English. They might be shy to answer you in English, but for the most part, lots of people understand English, so you're good. No, I don't know about French. I think French is gonna be hard here, but English, the Germans, they do understand English, most of them. And yeah, I'll say 70% of Germans, or let's say 60% of Germans understand English very well, and 50% who will be open to speaking it back to you. So yeah. Actually, German passport is really strong. It's one of the best. Well, it's one of the strongest passports to have, so that's also a plus. Because with my German passport, I see myself not needing visas to go to many countries, so it saves my money and my time. So yeah, that's good. One other thing we have in Germany is Mindestlohn. Mindestlohn means minimum wage. So minimum wage in 2021 is €9.50, which I think is really good at this point, because before, guys, we didn't have none. I remember I was 18, yeah, when I was like allowed to work in clubs. Like I used to work in clubs before as a barkeeper, and I would drive to take public transportation over an hour to a club in Dortmund, in, you know, somewhere. Was quite far because I was leaving at Central as I was leaving today, and I'll be working for €6 an hour. And I know in lots of countries still pay a minimum wage of €6. I think many countries don't even have a minimum wage, so they can just do what they want to do. And if you're in a position that you were that young and you just needed money, and yeah, people can just do whatever they want to do, you know, pay whatever money they want to pay you. So I'm really happy that my younger ones, my younger ones, brother and sisters, my brothers and sister and everyone's sister, that they get to like get more for the work. So that's a good thing. Yeah. And now that's it for my video. So guys, that's it for my video. I hope I covered loads of things. I'm sure I didn't cover everything. If there's something that I forgot, guys, feel free to hit me up in the comment section, and I may make a part 2 of this video with your comments. So yeah. Oh, guys, and guys, don't forget to hit me up on Instagram. My name there is Miracle's Face, just like my name is here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if there's anything I forgot, hit me up in the comment section, because I'm making a part 2 with your comments, because I'm sure I forgot something. I'm always forgetting something. Bye guys.